Have you ever wondered about the time when Vermont was not a part of the United States, but an independent country? This might be a surprise to many, but yes, tucked away in the northeastern corner of the continent, the Green Mountain State, as we know it today, was once its own republic. During the late 18th century, Vermont emerged as a distinct entity, separate from the British colonies and the burgeoning United States. From 1777 to 1791, Vermont, then known as the Vermont Republic, stood proudly as an independent nation. It was a time of great change and upheaval, not just for Vermont, but for all of America. The Revolutionary War was raging on, and amidst the chaos, Vermonters took a bold step. They declared independence, not from Britain, but from New York and New Hampshire, both of whom claimed the land as their own. The Vermont Republic was not just an act of rebellion, it was a beacon of progressive thought. The founding fathers of Vermont drafted a constitution, a groundbreaking document for its time. The Vermont Constitution, adopted in 1777, was the first written constitution in North America to prohibit slavery. It was also the first to establish universal suffrage for all men, regardless of their property ownership. This was a time when Vermonters took control of their destiny. They set up their own postal service, issued their own currency, and even maintained a standing army. Yet, despite these assertions of sovereignty, Vermont's existence as an independent republic was largely ignored by the outside world. But the Vermont Republic was not meant to last. By 1791, Vermont joined the Union as the 14th state, marking the end of its brief stint as an independent country. Yet its time as a republic was not in vain. It was during these years that Vermont laid the foundations of its identity, a legacy that continues to echo through the state's rolling hills and verdant valleys. Vermont's time as an independent country was short-lived, but it set the stage for the state's unique place in the United States. In the year 1791, Vermont transitioned from being an independent country to becoming the 14th state of the United States. The journey of Vermont's transition was not straightforward. It was a story filled with political maneuvering, economic considerations, and the desire for self-determination. Vermont, as an independent country, was thriving. It had a functioning government, a constitution that abolished slavery, and a rapidly growing population. However, its location sandwiched between New York and New Hampshire made it a bone of contention among these neighboring states. This geographical tug-of-war led to Vermont declaring its independence, a status it maintained for 14 years. The political landscape of the United States at the end of the 18th century played a significant role in Vermont's decision to join the Union. The country was divided between Federalists, who wanted a strong central government, and Anti-Federalists, who prioritized states' rights. Vermonters, who had long been practicing self-governance, found themselves aligned with the Federalist vision. Vermont's application to join the Union was also motivated by financial considerations. As an independent country, Vermont was responsible for its own defense and international relations. Joining the Union would relieve it of these burdensome costs. But the path to statehood was not without its obstacles. Vermont had to navigate a series of political maneuvers to gain admission. It negotiated directly with Congress, bypassing New York and New Hampshire, who both claimed jurisdiction over it. In a bold move, Vermont agreed to pay New York 30,000 Spanish dollars to relinquish its claim, a sum equivalent to approximately $1 million today. Once the financial and territorial disputes were settled, Vermont was welcomed into the Union on March 4, 1791, making it the first state to join after the original 13 colonies. This event was a significant milestone, not just for Vermont, but for the United States as a whole, as it set the precedent for the admission of future states. Vermont's entry into the Union marked the beginning of a new chapter in its history. Now let's take a journey through the picturesque landscapes of Vermont, also known as the Green Mountain State. This title was not simply handed out, it was earned. The state's name itself, Vermont, is derived from the French vert mont, meaning green mountain. It's as if the state's natural beauty was written in its destiny from the very beginning. Vermont is home to the majestic Green Mountains, a mountain range that stretches from the Canadian border in the north to Massachusetts in the south. These mountains, verdant in the summer and frosted white in the winter, are a sight to behold. They are also home to an array of wildlife, from black bears to moose, foxes, and countless bird species. But the Green Mountain State is not just about mountains. Let's talk about Lake Champlain, a freshwater lake that spans over 120 miles. It's not just a spectacular sight, but also a vital resource, providing drinking water for thousands of Vermonters. And then there's the fall foliage. Imagine the green canopy of the state transforming into a riot of reds, oranges, and yellows. It's a spectacle that draws people from all around the world year after year. Vermont's fall foliage is as much a part of its identity as the mountains and the lake. But what makes Vermont truly special is its commitment to environmental preservation. The state is known for its stringent environmental regulations, its promotion of renewable energy, and its dedication to maintaining its natural landscapes. It's a place where nature is not just admired, but respected and protected. Vermont's natural beauty is a testament to its commitment to conservation and a boon for outdoor enthusiasts. Whether you're a hiker, a bird watcher, a skier, or just someone who enjoys the peace and tranquility of nature, Vermont's landscapes offer something for everyone. And as we continue our journey through this wonderful state, you'll see just how much more Vermont has to offer. Beyond its natural beauty, Vermont is home to vibrant cultural hubs like Brattleboro and Burlington. Nestled in the southeast corner of the state, Brattleboro is a town that pulsates with creativity. Known as the artistic and cultural soul of Vermont, this town is a canvas brought to life by its residents. The streets are adorned with a myriad of murals, sculptures, and public art installations that reflect the spirit of this artistic haven. Brattleboro's art scene is not just limited to visual arts. The town is also a thriving stage for performing arts, with a number of theaters and performing arts centers that regularly host plays, concerts, and dance performances. The Latches Theater, a historic Art Deco marvel, is a testament to the town's commitment to preserving its cultural heritage. Now, let's shift our focus to the northwest, to Burlington, Vermont's largest city. Burlington is a city where old meets new, where history melds with modernity. The city's historic downtown, often referred to as the Church Street Marketplace, is a bustling epicenter of activity. With its cobblestone paths, historic buildings, and vibrant shops, it offers a unique blend of past and present. But Burlington is not just about history and shopping. It also boasts a thriving music scene. From the world-renowned Burlington Discover Jazz Festival that attracts music aficionados from all corners of the globe, to the local pubs and coffee shops that serve as platforms for emerging artists, music is woven into the fabric of this city. Burlington's vibrant music scene is complemented by its commitment to education and innovation. Home to the University of Vermont and several other institutions, the city is a hub of intellectual curiosity and academic excellence. These two cities, Brattleboro and Burlington, though distinct in their own ways, share a common thread: a deep-rooted love for arts and culture. They are the pulsating cultural heart of Vermont, each contributing its unique rhythm and color to the state's cultural landscape. These cultural hotspots serve as the heartbeat of Vermont, offering a rich blend of history, arts, and entertainment. When in Vermont, one must not miss the chance to taste the state's world-famous cheeses and maple syrup. Let's talk about Cabot, a small community that's made a big name for itself in the world of dairy. Nestled in the rolling hills of Vermont, Cabot is home to the Cabot Creamery Cooperative, a 100-year-old dairy cooperative renowned for its cheddar. The secret to their success? It's all in the milk, sourced from local farms, and the dedication to an age-old cheese-making process that captures the essence of Vermont in every bite. Now let's shift our focus to another Vermont staple, maple syrup. And where better to delve into this sweet tradition than at Hogback Mountain? Here, the maple trees are tapped as winter gives way to spring, their sap collected and boiled down to create pure Vermont maple syrup. This labor-intensive process is a labor of love, passed down through generations. The result? A golden, sweet delight that's as much a part of Vermont as the very trees it comes from. But it's not just about the taste, it's about the tradition, the community, and the connection to the land. It's about the farmers who rise with the sun to milk their cows, and the sugar makers who brave the cold to tap their trees. The taste of Vermont is a delightful fusion of tradition and quality that leaves a lasting impression. Let's take a detour from the beaten path and find ourselves in the charming village of Grafton, a place where time seems to stand still. This picturesque village, with its well-preserved 19th century buildings and quiet country lanes, is like stepping into a storybook. Here in Grafton, the art of cheesemaking is alive and well. Pay a visit to the famous Grafton Cheese, a local institution that's been crafting artisanal cheddar for over a century. Watch as the master cheesemakers transform fresh, local milk into some of the best cheddar in Vermont. And of course, no visit would be complete without a taste. Once you've had your fill of cheese, why not rest your feet at the historic Grafton Inn? With its warm welcome, cozy rooms, and traditional Vermont hospitality, it's the perfect place to unwind after a day of exploring. Grafton is a place that truly captures the essence of Vermont, its history, its traditions, and its love for good food and warm hospitality. In Grafton, it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey, the experiences, and the memories you create along the way. From a forgotten republic to a cherished state, Vermont's journey is as unique as it is inspiring. It's a state that's come a long way, from standing alone to joining the Union, from the untouched wilderness of the Green Mountains to the bustling cities of Brattleboro and Burlington. With its unique past, natural beauty, cultural richness, and culinary delights, including the world-renowned Cabot cheese, Vermont is a treasure trove of experiences. Vermont, with its rich history and vibrant present, is a state that continues to enchant and inspire, a hidden gem in the heart of America.